growth doesn't happen without a certain amount of pain attached in the front of it. There's a saying that says no pain, no gain. Yeah, really is. There is. If you're not experiencing pain, there really isn't much gain for you in some way. So I know a lot of people who are, going for this whole human excellence thing, and they conquer financial, just financial being broke financially. They've experienced, being broken relationships. They've experienced, the triumphant stories always comes with being a lot of pain first. People who lose 20 pounds are not as, they're not widely talked about as people who lose like 100 pounds, right? People who went from, extremely big to like slim, they're not, they're more of, they have a more triumphant story than someone who just loses 5 pounds last year. Like someone who's already pretty good and just losing an extra 5 pounds. But I'm not here to say one is easier, the other one is difficult, but I'm here to say the triumphant stories, the testimonies, the bigger testimonies come from people who has bigger challenges. That is why you are in this challenge right now. Whatever it is, whatever storm that you're in, right? You feel like you're in, you feel like you can never get out. First of all, stop telling God how big your storm is. Start telling the storm how big your God is. God can get through everything. God can get you through everything. So start understanding, trusting, having faith, and knowing how big God is. And He'll get you through that storm like you've never been. Number two, the storm is bigger. That means you got more water to water the crops, water the seeds that you sow. It's just rain outside. It's a good thing, right? Rain is a good thing for all the farmers out there, for all of us out there who are going through the journey of human excellence, going on this mission of being the best possible person God created him to be. Storms are good things. Yeah, I think yesterday I talked about perspective. Like perspective of how the storm looks like, what the storm is very important. Simply because if you see storm as a good thing, you welcome it and you get through it. You get through it not just, to get through it, but like what James, in the book of James says, that you get through it with utmost joy, right? You get through it with joy. And that is the difference between breaking through to the next level, like completely trusting God in your faith journey and your spiritual health be tip top, right? Versus just getting through things. I know this storm for me currently is this financial journey. In 2022, I started a business and lost it in the same year. I went from making over 10 grand a month to virtually nothing. And eventually ended up accumulating some of the debt that I shouldn't have accumulated. Right? That's basically it. Understanding that and like really understanding that, really just going to doing it and like all that stuff. It's yes, right now it's a time, yes, it's in the storm, but the storm ends. The storm doesn't end when I understand I'm in a storm. It just ends the suffering that I'm in. It ends me suffering in the storm instead of rejoicing and having joy in the storm. And that's the most important part. Like, yes, financial debt, right? Financial debt could really hold people. Now I got the opportunity to move some of the finances around so to lower the total amount I'm gonna pay. But at the same time, like these are the things that we gotta still think about. Yes, I'm still in this storm, but I'm not suffering in this storm anymore. And that's important. That's important to know, because now if you're not suffering in this storm, You can rejoice, you can have joy. You know God is here. I know God is here with me, and continue to go through this journey. And God gave me this thing called Mission Human Excellence, and it just sharing the fact that I have a lot of failures. I've had a lot of failures, and that you can learn from me. That you can learn from me, and we're gonna make this thing successful together, in one way or another. But it's gonna be very important for all of us to learn from each other's failures, so we grow together as a tribe, as a team, as a community, whatever you want to call it, right? It's a group of people, tight-knit group of people, and that's who we are. So, yes, storm is big, but your God is bigger. Number two, understanding you're in the storm doesn't mean the storm ends. It just means your suffering in the storm ends. So, those are two things I just want to quickly chat with you about. Is the storm is coming, the rain is here, winter is here. It's just some inspiration for you, because after winter there's always spring and summer. And for all your summer people who are like, oh, I hate the winter, guess what? If you want summer all along, you get tired of it too, right? So thank y'all for listening. Appreciate it for hopping on, and I'm super excited to take this whole journey to the next level. We're gonna start doing webinars next week. Um, well, this week. This will post on, I think, Tuesday. So we're doing this. We're doing a webinar tonight. As you are watching this, we're doing a webinar the same day at 7:30 p.m. and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. So Tuesday and Thursday 7:30 p.m. We're gonna do webinars. I'm gonna be putting out a lot of content for you guys. There's a lot of content that we can talk about in this whole Mission Human Excellence, and we're gonna first start with the basics. It's gonna start with just the fundamentals and nothing else. So thank you for listening. Appreciate it. Until next time, love you guys. Peace.